Hello everyone, this is Dr. Sam and I welcome you all to Doctor Pharma channel. And on this video, I'll be discussing on Glycogen Storage Disease. So we'll see now what is Glycogen Storage Disease. Now, before that, we should know about storage disease. See, the storage disease is also known as inborn error of metabolism. Inborn errors of metabolism. Now you can see the term itself is telling here inborn error of metabolism. It means that there is a defect in the metabolism. So you can say that it is a, you can say the storage disease, or you can say inborn error of metabolism. It is a biochemically distinct group of disorders which occur due to genetic defect in the metabolism of, you can say, carbohydrate, proteins, lipids, and when there is a defect in the metabolism, that will result in the accumulation of the metabolite. So in short, we can understand that I'm telling you error means there is defect, right? Always when there is a term inborn means this is related with the inherited disorders, or you can say genetic defect. Okay, so you can say when there is a defect in the metabolism in the carbohydrate, lipids and proteins, that will lead to the or resulting in the accumulation of the metabolite, which can affect to the cells and the tissue, or you can say organs. Now see here in glycogen storage disease. Now what is glycogen? Glycogen is a polysaccharide. It is a polysaccharide, or you can say it is a carbohydrate, because all these saccharides comes under carbohydrate group. So, and it is the main important storage form of glucose, or you can say that the glycogen is stored in the muscles, in the liver, or you can say in the cells, right? When there is a need of the energy, the glycogen is converted into glucose. Remember that. I will repeat once again. What is the glycogen? Glycogen is, you can say in short, it is the storage form of glucose, or you can say it is a polysaccharide, or you can say it is a carbohydrate. So when the energy is needed, it will get metabolized with the help of different enzymes. Remember that the glycogen will be broken down into glucose with the help of the enzymes, and there is a formation of the glucose, and our body will get the energy, right? Now the glycogen is stored in the form of granules. Remember that it is stored in the form of granules in the cytosol. Form of granules in the cytosol of different cell types. And one more thing, remember that the glycogen is not only present in human cell, it is also present in the animals, fungi, you can say, bacteria, and many other microorganisms. And the glycogen will be converted into glucose, and they will provide the energy. Okay. So how can we define glycogen storage disease? You can say that it is a metabolic disorder. Again, it is a metabolic disorder in which there is a defect in the metabolism, or you can say glucose metabolism, due to which there will be an accumulation of the, or it will affect the glycogen, or deposition of glycogen in the various cells and the tissue. And I told you that the glycogen is converted into glucose with the help of several enzymes. So it means that when there is a deficiency of that enzymes which are helping glycogen to convert into glucose, there will be a defect, or you can say there will be accumulation of that glycogen, which can affect to the various cells and the organs. We will see that. So based on enzyme deficiency, the glycogen storage disease, we'll write in short form, okay, classified into various types. classified into different types, you can say, or various types. We'll see one by one. Okay, we'll draw a table here. Based on enzyme deficiency, the glycogen storage disease can be classified into different types. We'll see the type 1 is von Wieser's disease. Okay, an enzyme deficient here is glucose 6 phosphatase. What does it mean? It means that in this case, this enzyme is helping the glycogen to convert into the glucose. So if this enzyme is not there, or if this enzyme is deficient, then the glycogen will not be converted into glucose, okay, which will be accumulated there only, and mostly in this case the liver and the kidney are affected, right? So that is the type 1. And see, I'm not going in detail, okay, I'm just giving you the concept. Again, if you see this disease, again there will be a variety of, or you can see different clinical signs due to this, like hypoglycemia. Yes or no? Because the glycogen is not converted into glucose. It means that there will be decrease in the glucose level in the blood. So just I'm giving you the concept here about types. If you see type 2, type 2 is Pom's disease. Pom's disease. Now see here, in this case, this disease, lysosomal enzyme, or you can say the acid maltase, also known as lysosomal 1,4-glucosidase, is also known as acid maltase, is helping glycogen to convert into glucose. So if there is deficiency of this enzyme, again, you know that there will be accumulation of the glycogen. So accumulating metabolite here is also glycogen. Heart and the skeletal muscles are affected in this. Heart and skeletal. LETAL, okay. Skeletal muscles are affected in type 2. That is in Pom's disease. Now if you see type 3, also known as Cory's, or you can say Farber's disease, and in this the deficient enzyme is also known as debranching enzyme, or called as debrancher or amyloglucosidase. See, in this case, the accumulating metabolite is dextrin. The accumulating metabolite is limit dextrin, and is formed, you can say it is a low molecular weight polysaccharides, which is formed when there is a hydrolysis of starch, or you can say glycogen. Okay, and again, if there is a accumulation of this metabolite, that is limit dextrin, the heart and the skeletal muscles are affected in this case also. Which case? In Cory's disease. That is the type 3. If you see type 4, Anderson disease. It is called brancher enzyme, or you can say in this case there is a debrancher enzyme and there is a brancher enzyme, or you can say branching enzyme. The enzyme is same, okay, amyloglucosidase, and here the accumulating metabolite is amylopectin. Remember that. And in this case, the liver, heart, and the brain will be affected. So what does this mean? When there is a deficiency of this enzyme, branching amyloglucosidase enzyme, right? There will be a accumulation of a metabolite which is known as, or deposition of metabolite which is known as amylopectin, and because of this, it can affect to the liver, heart, and the brain. So that is our type 4. If you see type 5, McArdle's disease. And the enzyme deficient here is muscle phosphorylase. Remember, or you can remember like McArdle's M is there, no? Muscle phosphorylase. So you know that muscle phosphorylase means, of course, it will be present in the muscle, so it can affect to the skeletal muscles. Skeletal muscle is most commonly affected here, and the metabolite will be glycogen only. As you know that we are studying about glycogen storage disease, so of course the metabolite will be glycogen. Moving towards next type. Type 6 is Hirsch disease. Hirsch disease. Now, in this case, the enzyme involved is liver phosphorylase. Okay? Liver phosphorylase, it means that this enzyme is present in the liver and they are helping the glycogen for the conversion into the glucose. So if the enzyme is deficient, what will happen? Of course, the glycogen cannot be converted into glucose, right? Resulting in the accumulation, and it can affect the liver, right? So in Hirsch disease, most commonly the liver cells will be affected when there is a presence of or accumulation of the glycogen. That's the type 6. If you see type 7, Thyroid disease. See, the pronunciation may differ, okay? And in this case, the enzyme deficient is phosphofructokinase. Phosphofructokinase, and accumulating metabolite is glycogen. In this case also, the muscle is affected. Okay? In type 7 also, muscle is affected. The enzyme deficient is which enzyme? Phosphofructokinase. Accumulating metabolite is glycogen. As you know that we are studying about glycogen storage disease, and the muscles will be affected. Now, coming to us type 8. Now in some book, in textbook, you will find it out that type 7 and 8 is not mentioned here. There is a gap. Still there is a gap. But according to research, it has been found that this enzyme will be deficient and there will be accumulation of the glycogen, or we can say that the glycogen is not converted into glucose, and this, or we can say the muscles is affected, the skeletal muscles. So in this case, phosphorylase kinase. The enzyme deficient is phosphorylase kinase. Accumulating metabolite is glycogen, and in this case also liver is affected. Okay, so these are your types of glycogen storage disease based on enzyme deficiency. I hope the concept is clear. You can remember this, and the same thing you can make a flow chart in your examination also, this table. Now you can make a mnemonics also for this. I will give you the mnemonics, so it will be easy for you to remember this. This is very poor carbohydrate affects muscles and hepatic target. Very poor carbohydrate affect muscles and affect hepatic target. You can take a first letter B. So Bohn-Zierkes disease. P. Pommes disease. C. You know that Cori disease. A. Anderson disease. McArdle's, Haas, and Taurus disease. Okay. You can make different mnemonics also. Okay. One more I will give you. Versatile player Corey Anderson made history in test. He is a cricket player, Corey Anderson. So you can again remember B, Bohn-Zierkes, Pommes, Corey's, Anderson is Anderson only. M means McArdle's, Haas, and then Taurus disease. So in this way, you can remember the types of glycogen storage disease. So this is the brief information regarding glycogen storage disease. I hope it is clear. So please like, subscribe, share, and don't forget to comment on the video. If you have any doubt, you can comment. Okay. Thank you all.